Hey Wheels, this is Carlos. I thought I'd respond to this only because two folks that I really dig responded, and I thought I'd just give my own comment. It might be a little different than a little slight variant on what Jason said. I'm a big fan of freelance sites. I mean, it's not like it's very reactive, but you can get a lot of work if you plan your strategy right. Just right now, I've gotten an acceptance for consulting work. This guy wanted to pay somebody $50. I said, pay me $150 and let's talk on the phone. And I've also routinely gotten bigger gigs. Let me actually show you just on this platform alone. Let me see here, profile. I have gotten tons of big gigs and even worked with clients off of this site. And I don't, I, you know, I just this is kind of nebulous. I don't know what to do with that. I just basically charge whatever I want. You can see I did this marketing strategy thing for $5,500 for a client. I've gotten clients that paid me $100 initially and ended up paying me $5,000 later, $100 up front, $1,000 later, and I always go for big sorts of jobs. I definitely recommend this. This is kind of the secret. I believe not. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's a secret. Is to have a big encompassing package. Have something that is in that you can't compare to anything else, and figure out what those are kind of separately, right? Like if you broke it all down, what would those things be worth to you individually, and then raise the price, right? Or at least make it when you add those all up, what does that come out to? And then if you want to give it a discount if you want, but you don't have to. So the thing about packages is it makes it really difficult for people to compare, what it is that you do compared to somebody else for the same thing. And then it's always easier to go down from price, take stuff away, than it is to go up. So I usually use that strategy just fine. The key here is to set up what you think you're gonna, what is it that you're gonna do for that, for that amount of money. Figure out what that amount of money is. Like for me, I wrestle with this too, just like you. But I've put together a $5,000 package and a $10,000 package, and at the very least, that number sets the tone. It sets an anchor for what you're worth to somebody else, and that also raises the eyebrow and it kind of commands a presence. So think big. If you're going to go for it, go for it. Uh, Hourly rates are sort of, they tie you to, they're very limiting, right? Because you only have so many hours in the day, right? And you can only work X amount of hours per time. So basically, I highly recommend you just come up with a package and then break it down from there. And you sell that as a benefit to whoever it is that you're selling to. Because if they're charging hourly, and I've converted people from hourly to flat fee, if you can paint the benefit as being, would you want a rush job or something that's going to be worth your while without panicking, without an anxiety attack? Besides that, once you start getting into the hourly thing, then you really, you don't want to put yourself directly in line with everybody else. That doesn't benefit you, right? You don't want them to be able to compare you. You want to stand out like a sore thumb and be hard to compare. You want to make it difficult for them to decide to go with a cheap provider by simply listing out, hey, you have this problem, I can solve it for you, and more, right? If need be, without overwhelming them. So I hope that made some sort of sense. And yeah, wondering what everybody else thinks of that.